The Lion Cub gained such popularity thanks to its stylish appearance, reliability, and refined handling. After all, it was not for nothing that he had no equal in the World Rally Championship for 3 years in a row. Until last year, the car was produced in 4 versions, 3 and 5-door hatchbacks, a 206cc coupe cabriolet, and an SW station wagon. In 2006, the production of a 4-door sedan started. True, these machines were produced not in the homeland of the Musketeers, but in Iran, and in Ukraine these versions can already be bought. The technical platform is completely borrowed from the hatchback, and with a minimum of changes that have affected mainly the body and the brake system. The latter was adapted to the increased weight of the machine. The length of the body compared to the same parameter of the hatchback has increased by 35.3 centimeters and is now 419 centimeters. The entire increase fell on the trunk, the traveling volume of which is 384 liters, which, of course, is more than that of the hatchback, plus 139 liters. But that's not all. It significantly, by 69 liters, exceeds in capacity even the traveling size of the cargo compartment of the Peugeot 206 SW station wagon, 315 liters. Station wagon Peugeot 206 SW at first glance seems a 3-door hatchback. You don't notice the rear doors right away. The whole trick is that their handles are disguised in the rear pillars and are not at all conspicuous. By the way, a similar solution has already been applied to Alfa Romeo 147 and 156 hatchbacks and sedans, but has not lost its relevance. The taillights of the Peugeot 206 SW also look attractive. More precisely, their shape. It seems that the straight line of the rear optics slightly bends under the pressure of a headwind. Another interesting feature of this car is that the rear door glass can be opened independently of it. Here, a comparison with the hatchback is completely inappropriate. After all, such a solution is most often used on minivans or SUVs. So long. The interior of all modifications of the Peugeot 206 is quite original. The instrument panel consists, as it were, of 2 horizontal 8s. On the left, the fuel level indicator and tachometer partially overlap each other. On the right, the speedometer and coolant temperature indicator are also arranged. At the same time, the speedometer and tachometer are digitized not in the usual even, but in odd tens of kilometers. On the center console there is a radio and control of the air conditioning and ventilation system. To change the radio station setting or the volume of music, it is not necessary to take your hand off the steering wheel. There is a special remote control lever under the steering wheel on the right. Landing on the front seats is comfortable, and the range of longitudinal adjustment is quite sufficient. The backrest is spring-loaded, and its inclination is adjusted not by turning the knob, but by pressing the latch. This allows you to quickly adjust the backrest in large ranges. The driver's seat also has vertical adjustment, which is by no means superfluous. The height of the steering column is also adjustable. By the way, in the 206 the horn button is not located on the left steering column switch, as is often the case with the French, but in a more familiar place, on the steering wheel. Engine. For the Peugeot 206, a wide range of powertrains was offered. The most popular are the 1.4-liter 8-valve engine and the 1.6-liter 16-valve engine. Moreover, the maintenance of these motors is the cheapest. All engines are reliable. Problems most often arise due to low-quality fuel and unskilled service at gray service stations. The use of bad gasoline leads to clogging of nozzles, failure of the catalyst, lambda probes. Many maintenance operations on the 206 are best left to professionals. For example, even a simple replacement of a fuel filter in HDI diesel engines requires sterility. After all, the diameter of the injector nozzles of this unit is only 5 microns, so any mote can cause big trouble over time. In addition, when changing the filter, not much air should enter the system. If this happens, the motor will be able to revive only at the company's service. The timing belt on all engines changes at intervals of 80,000 kilometers. Transmission. Cars were equipped with both mechanical 5-speed gearboxes and 4-speed automatic. The latter option is reliable, and the mechanics are killed by those who like to move around the city in 5th gear at a snail's pace. This driving style disables the gears in 5th gear. Suspension. The most vulnerable parts in the front suspension are the struts and bushings of the anti-roll bar, which need to be changed every 40,000 kilometers. In the rear, every 60,000 kilometers, the bearings of the torsion bar suspension arms need to be replaced. If this is neglected, you will have to completely replace the beam, which is much more expensive. The advantage is that, depending on the motor, the car was equipped with suspensions of different strengths. The heavier the motor, the stronger the suspension. Steering. The steering is sharp, informative, good feedback, and reliable. Tie rod ends serve an average of 50,000 kilometers. Brake system. Brake mechanisms were installed different, depending on the version. So, drums were used on the weak rear, and more powerful ones were equipped with disc brakes. ABS was available as an option. The brake system works without problems. The Peugeot 206 perfectly combines stylish looks, refined handling, and reliability. In one car, all these qualities are rarely found at the same time. Thanks to its cozy interior and convertible trunk, the car is quite suitable for young family car enthusiasts looking for a small but practical vehicle for city driving. And fans of tuning will be pleased with the huge selection of body kits. Some of them make the car look like a 206 WRC rally car.